wanted to show you I'm making elderflower tincture. These are elderflowers, they come off a tree. It's like a small bushy tree. Don't use anything that you're not sure, because there's other things that grow in this umbilical sort of shape. So just be careful. And what I'm doing is I've got a bowl and I'm cutting off the flowers off the stems, and you want as little stems in as possible. Of course I'm in Australia, so it's what was I going to say? Oh, it's spring now here, so these grow in the spring, and then in the autumn, if you leave them on the tree or the bush, you get these little things form. Look, can you see the berries there coming? Underneath the flower there'll be a little berry shaped thing, and those go dark red, and they're beautiful. They're really lovely for wine or tincture, and they're really full of health benefits. And I'm just cutting off the flowers, but there's some that are a bit past it on this one, so I'm not cutting them off. I'm trying to get the nice flowery ones, because I tried to do it the other day, but I got a batch. And don't cry, it's okay. Puppies are fighting. Leave your brother alone. Yes, I forgot what I was saying now. Anyway, they're really good for colds, flu, symptoms like that. Packed full of goodness and health benefits. They've got other benefits. I think they're a bit of a diuretic, which means that you makes you wee more. But I just wanted to preserve some in vinegar, because in years past I've made elderflower cordial. Hey, excuse me. Don't you hurt that puppy? Hey, Bubba. Stuck. Got stuck in the gate. I've got one puppy left. She's going to Queensland, and she's playing with the two younger ones just through the fence, you know, because they haven't had their vaccinations yet, the two younger ones, so I shouldn't really let them intermingle. But they have their vaccinations on Wednesday, so they'll be able to come out and play fight with her. But she's a bit rough because she's older than them. So they're whinging. All the other puppies went this morning, and that's why. Oh, the other elderflowers I picked there from down by the gate where we live, and I know the council sprayed it a few weeks ago, so I was a bit dubious, and I left them in the pot too long, and they went all funny. So you can see it's like an umbrella shape. Look, oh, it's a blown fly. I hate the fly season. It's got a critter on there. No, it's just a space. But that's got 4 florets on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually. But this is a good one. Can you see the flowers? They're nice and fresh and healthy looking. And inside the middle of the flower there is a tiny, it's going to be a berry, baby berry, I suppose they are. But obviously, if you do find a good tree to take some off, don't take them all, because then you won't get any berries in the autumn and the tree will suffer. So just take a few. I've got a big bottle of vodka, and I'm going to make 2 bottles of tincture, so it's like a 300ml bottle. I'll show you in a minute. I'll do another quick thing of that. Actually, when I finish this one, I'll go and get the jars and show you. I buy them new and sterilise them. Don't use them second time around unless you've got a dishwasher, you can put them on hot cycle. There's some rules now with canning. This isn't canning, but canning vegetables and stuff, because you can get botulism from canned food unless you can it in the proper process. But this has got vodka in it, it won't give you botulism. So when you've made it, you have to put it in, look, I've got a whole bowl full here, nearly. You put it in the vodka, just as they are, and you leave it to soak for, well, it depends. One book says 120 days, but I don't think I'm going to leave it that long. The other one says 2 weeks, so take a pick, really, and shake it occasionally. And they need to be in a dark place so that they don't start fermenting, I suppose. Don't want that bit, there's a spider on that bit. You stay there, Mr. Spider. So, there's other plants that grow like this, and one of them is like a wild carrot. I don't know what its proper Latin name is. That's the bit with the spider on. But they're poisonous, so be very careful. This is a bush, it's like a tree, but with several stalks coming up from the ground, if you like. And it can get as tall as, I don't know, 4 metres, something like that, which is about, what's that, about 12 feet? Well, yards are very close to metres, so if you're in America, it's about 4 yards. Do you do yards over there? I grew up in England with yards, so my mum was a stickler for yards and inches, and then when decimal points came in, when I was about, I don't know, 5, maybe 6, I found it a struggle. My mum was trying to teach me the old maths with a pound, shilling and pence, so you had 3 columns, and oh my God, did my head in. Couldn't do it. Anyway, decimal points made things a lot easier. Decimal currency, I mean. So, it's still pounds and pennies over there, but there's no shillings. I don't think they've got the penny anymore. I think the 5 pence piece is the smallest currency. But I've been back for a long time, so I'm not sure. There's a berry, look. Can you see? Oh, where are we? Just there. And obviously it's green, because it's just been turned into a berry, but you'll get a clump of red, deep dark red berries on them in the autumn. And you can make jam with them, or syrup. Now that keeps better. With them I find it easier because they're in an umbrella shape like this. The best way to do them, oh, that's the last one, is to put them in the freezer like this with all the berries on, just in a bag, plastic bag, and then when they're frozen you get a fork and you scrape them off with a fork and they just pop off. You need a big bowl though, because they sort of fly everywhere otherwise. And then you can make syrup by adding whatever poundage of or kilos of fruit you've got. This applies to any syrup. You add the same amount of sugar, or you can add, if you're making a jam you need to add pectin, I think. I don't think these are, well, they probably have got pectin in, but not enough to make it set. But if you're making a syrup, just add the same amount, cover them with water and make the same amount of sugar as fruit that you've got. You can cut it down and just make it more healthier. But just pick up these ones I've dropped. And either way it's good, but it's probably best to keep it in a bottle in the freezer, but don't fill them full, because you will find that things expand in the freezer. So I'm going to go and get the jar now excuse the mess, my daughter's painting a mural on the wall. Oh, can you get off my foot, Monica? Thank you, darling. I don't know whether to do one big jar or two small ones. I think we'll do a big one. Jar. These are a litre, so I don't know if they'll all fit in there. Pop them in. You don't need to wash them, because if you do, you'll wash all the pollen off, and I think that's probably a good part of what's good for you. So if you're worried about bugs, just inspect them. Oh, we're going to need 2 of these, I reckon. Oh, little spider, there you are. Gotcha. See, when you pick it up and move it around, the little spiders come out. How much have we got left? A bit more in there, and I think I'll just get a small jar as well. We're going to use all the vodka at this rate. Hubby won't be impressed, will he, darling? He was hoping to drink that. Excuse me. This is a 300ml jar. Oh, don't lose any. Precious. So if you do find an elderflower tree, elderberry tree, or if you grow one, remember not to take all the goodies off it in the spring, because the berries will not be there in the autumn then. Just pick the good bits out. I don't want to use the bits left in the bottom, because that might be a bit yucky. All the yucky bits fall off into the bottom. I wonder, oh, I reckon I can get it all in there. Come on, out you come. You want to press it down, but not too much, because it'll shrink when the liquid goes into it. I'll just get the other one I made the other day and show you that, because my camera's going to run out of space in a minute. 2 seconds. Oh, I thought it had stopped. This is hawthorn blossom, which is the one with the red berries all along the side of the road, usually in Tasmania. There's a lot of English sort of plants here and Northern European plants, but that was hawthorn blossom, and it's ready to strain, and then you put it in a dark bottle, just have a smell, and you put a teaspoonful of the liquid that you strain off here in a glass of water or something, strong, or a cup of tea, or in a drink of lemon and honey, maybe. Okay, here we go. Expensive game this, so it lasts up to 2 years once you've made the tincture and strained it. It's nearly a whole bottle, but anyway, it's good for coughs and colds. Make sure they're covered, and every day you've got to shake it, just, you know, flip it over. I've got my scissors now, I smell all my sewing stuff. I smell like a alcohol shop. So every day turn it over and flip it. I don't know if it might need a little bit more. Yeah, the plants aren't under the water properly. Vodka. There we go. Make sure it's covered. And I don't drink anymore. I used to drink like a fish, so I'm hoping I'm not going to be allergic to this. There we go. That's better. You want to make sure they're covered, and then you put that in a dark space in a cupboard. And don't forget to turn it every couple of days or something like that. And you can label it too when it's in the dark bottles. When you got to this stage, this has been in there for like 2 weeks. I reckon it's ready. It could wait another week maybe. But on the recipe for that it said 2 weeks. This is hawthorn blossom, as I said, and this is good for heart problems, regulating heartbeats and stuff like that. But don't take it unless it's under doctor's supervision, because it's a very strong one. The hawthorn blossom I'm talking about. This is good for regular coughs, colds, and general well-being and immunity. I suppose it helps with that. So that's it. I'll do another video in a couple of weeks when this has shrunk down to its normal size. Well, to a lot smaller size like this one, and it'll turn brown. Thank you. Bye.